Okay, so here we go. So let me start. Okay, so we finish our slide first, and then after that we will go through the exercise, and the exercise will be given to you guys, okay, for your lab test next week. So this exercise, the formatting will be exactly like your, okay, the real formatting, okay, for your lab test. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so last week we end our class in slide number 18, which is the quick test. So everyone know what is the answer? The answer was B. And when we, okay, we try the answer. Okay, when you guys try the coding, okay, the answer will be B, not A, because we read carefully the question. The price of the ice cream is 100 coins. So that's mean if we choose the answer was A, okay, ice cream less than 100, so that means it's 99 and below. So that is not the questions. That doesn't meet the condition of the question where the ice cream is hundreds. But the answer was B, where we say ice cream greater than 100, so it's 101 and above. So we have the else statements. Using the else, okay, statements, that it's other than hundreds and one, okay, means 100, 99, 98, they will buy an ice cream. So 100 is belong to I will buy an ice cream. So the answer was B. Okay. Clear? Clear?
Oh, yeah, it's clear, miss.
Okay, so let's proceed to our lesson. So here is the repetition statement. So we already use it. Okay, we already use some of it like forever, repeat, repeat until. So in a programming, a loop can induce multiple execution of statements. So in BYOB or in Snap or in Scratch, okay, any block whose labels begin with forever or repeat, that is a looping construct. But we also have the looping with a condition, which is the forever, forever if, and the repeat until. Okay. So this repetition statement, it will construct, okay, it will allow you, for instance, to instruct a sprite to meow every other seconds. So when you wrote forever, then they will say meow, 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 meow without stop. This we already seen in our tutorial class, where we will put forever, okay, the person or the people dance, okay, didn't stop the dance, dancing all the time, okay. So because they use the forever, while using a repeat allow you to loop, do the repetition, to do the looping based on a specific numbers. So when you say repeat 5, so they will only repeat 5 times only. When you say repeat 4, they will repeat only 4 times. Something like that. Okay? While repeat until, it's allow you to loop until some condition is true. Remember when you wrote the repeat until not answer equals to no. It keep repeat whenever you enter no, but they will stop when you enter yes. When the condition is true, they will stop. Okay. So let me show you, okay, how exactly this repeat is running. So in programming language, this repeat statement forever is an infinite loop. Okay, is an infinite loop. Okay. Okay. It is infinite loop. So infinite loop, it's not recommended to use infinite loop always in your programming, as your program will doesn't stop. Okay, your program will doesn't stop. Okay, your program will doesn't stop. Okay, so I will show you if, let's say, this repeat meow, it's using a repeat statement. Okay, I will show you. Okay, I will show you using a new slide. I will use a comparison. Okay, I will show you in a comparison. Okay, so I will use a while statement. Okay, I will use a while statement. This is while statement in usual other programming language. Other programming language. Okay, this is repeat from OB, snap, or okay. So if in snap, okay, you have repeat 5. You have repeat 5. You have repeat 5 and then you say meow. Something like this. Only this. Right. You have wait 1 second. That is not include lah. Okay. So you have this. Repeat 5, say meow. Am I right? Am I right, guys? So they will say meow for 5 times. Meow, 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 meow. So the output will be, okay, the output will be meow for 5 times. Okay, meow pula. Okay, meow and meow. Okay, 5 times. This will be the output. Will be displayed. The output 5 times. Meow, 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 and meow. Am I right, guys? Correct, guys?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
I need your response, guys, because I cannot see. Okay? Okay, thank you for your response. Okay, and how actually it's work? Because I understand when you say repeat, you say, I don't know how the repeat is working actually. Okay, so when we convert them into a normal programming language, I hope you guys can have a clear view. Okay, let me have. So in normal programming language, we need the initial value where we put the integer I equals to, okay, we put the integer I equals to, I say 1. Why I say 1? Because we want to have 5 times, so we start with 1. We also can put the initial value 0, but 0 it will only until 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But when you put 1, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this was this will be your letter I will mention, I will wrote. Okay, so it will be while, this is your expression, while I less than 6. Okay, less or equals 5, equals to 5. Okay, while I less or equals to 5, because this is programming language. Other programming language, we have this symbol, less or equals. So we use, since I want to show you, okay, actually it's something like this, guys. It must be all lower cases. It's very case sensitive in other programming language. So we have this open curly bracket. Okay. And while then the statement will be, I say is a C out. We are using a C++. C out now. And then I semicolon and close. So let's we go here. So when you run Okay, when you run using a snap, repeat 5, they will display meow 5 times. But actually, how it's work in other programming language? So in other programming language, we usually have our initial value, IV, the initial value. Okay, initial value, Boolean expression, the BE, Boolean expression, okay, and the statement. This is the statement and the iteration. This is what we call as iteration. Okay, this is the iteration. So when we run this initial value will be inserted into the I value here. So they will check while 1 less or equals to 5. Is it true or false? 1 less or equals to 5. Is it true or false, guys? Is it true or false?
True.
True. So they will do the statement. They will print meow, the first meow. Then I plus plus. Now the value of I is 1. So 1 plus plus. 1 plus plus means 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1, how much, guys?
2.
2. So the new value of I will be 2. They will repeat. I equals to 2. Repeat. Looping. Because it's a looping statement. I want to show you how it's work actually from this side of view. Okay. So 2 less or equals to 5. True or false? True or false?
True.
True. You guys need to answer. I cannot see your teams. Right now, I'm opening my screen. Okay. So if you don't want to answer, okay, don't worry. I can stop the class. Okay. And then we print the statement meow. And then we have another I plus plus. Now your I is 2. 2 plus 1. Now your I become?
3.
3.
3. So your I become 3. So you will looping. Then you will check again. 3 less or equals to 5? True. Then you will print meow. Then you have 3 plus plus. 3 plus plus 4. Is it 4? Then you will repeat. I equals to 4. 4 less or equals to 5? Yes. You will?
Yes.
You will print again. Okay, the output. So, meow. And then 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1, you repeat. I equals to 4. 4 less or equals to 5? Sorry. 4, 5. Sorry, it's 5, guys. Okay, 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 less or equals to 5?
True.
True.
5 is equals to 5. That's why they say less or equals. That means 5 is equals to 5. They will print meow. Okay, and then you will still doing the I plus plus. 5 plus 1. So your I is 6. 6 less or equals to 5? 6 less or
False.
equals to 5? False. Then it will
False.
stop. It will stop. So did you get the same output as your repeat 5 here?
Yes.
Yes, that is how actually your repetition statement works. Just in BYOB, we doesn't see, okay? We doesn't see this iteration, but you can add this iteration if you want to change by 2, to change by 4, then it will easily converted them that the numbers of display will be lesser. Okay, I will show you. Let's we go to the snap. Okay, let's we go to the snap. So if you run the code, okay, you have this, okay, and then you say repeat 5, okay, and then you say meow. This is exactly the one that we did in the slide, meow, okay. Then for 3 seconds. So when you click 5 times meow, meow, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Then stop. Okay. After 5, it will stop. 3 seconds is too long. Okay, they will stop. 5 times they will stop. But if let's say, okay, you want to have the variables. Okay, so you need the change. Okay, so you create a variables. You say that the value of I. Okay, so you set at the beginning, sorry, okay, you set at the beginning the value of I was 1. Okay, you set the value of 1 and then you say repeat okay, sorry, it's a 0 lah. We set is 0 as 0 because we know that, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so repeat, then we set repeat I less than 5, and then we change the value by 1. We change the I value by 1. So when you run, you can see, okay, 1, okay, so we set 1, and why it doesn't appear? Change 1 by, okay, so they will repeat, so they will repeat I less than 5, they will repeat. Suppose they will repeat, why is only 1? 1, 0, 1. What happening here?
Miss.
Yeah, I think I think it's something wrong here.
Miss, shouldn't you put like forever?
Not forever.
No, miss, the condition is that I has to be less than 5 for the repeat to stop, right? Yeah, but I is already set to 0, which is already less than 5.
That's why. That's why. Correct. But it's okay. But we already set the I to 0, but we cannot set the I to 5. Okay? Because wait. So that's mean we will use the it will be different. It will be different. Because if we put I here, okay, let's say we put I 5, okay, set I, okay, then we will repeat them, we will change by -1. Cannot, it won't work because they will check here, they will check first whether the I is less than 5 or not. So we cannot put, it's correct here is 0. Okay, but the one is they only repeat 1 times. Okay, they only repeat 1 times here. They only repeat 1 times here. Suppose they repeat okay, our repeat statement true. See? Hmm. 4 is less than 5, true. But it doesn't repeat, It doesn't repeat. It doesn't repeat. So this is what we must see, So we check repeat. Maybe we can use a repeat, another repeat, different repeat. Okay, that's why I say it will be different, a little bit different, when you want to use the variables. Okay, so you can use, okay, you can use also a for loop. You can use a for loop. So let's say we put for I equals to 1 to 5. and then say meow. So they will repeat. So let's retry. Meow, meow, meow 3 times. 4, 5, 6, 5 already 5 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times only. 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 3 only. 3 only, right, guys? This 4 also is a repetition statement. Okay, let we check why it doesn't work for this one. Repeat until I less than 5. Cannot. It's always based. Okay, it will be. It's a repeat here. Repeat I. So repeat I. So if I less than 5. Is it we need to use the if statement here? So sorry guys, it's a little bit different. Okay. Change. Let's check. Cannot work. I is 0. 0 less than 5. Cannot work. This one is not doesn't work. Because change cannot be work as okay in a if statement. So repeat I. Cannot. This is the correct one, but then this cannot repeat I. Yeah. I think I used the wrong symbol. Is it, guys? If I less than 5 equals to is it's only repeat 1. Repeat 1 less than 5, then change I by 1. Plus 1. Doesn't work. This one doesn't work properly. We didn't set the I. Repeat I. We need to run it one by one. Suppose they will run for us. Okay, so we stop again. Stop. Yeah, 1. Forever loop. Forever if cannot forever is a repeat, but it doesn't work by themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Miss.
Okay, it works now, but we cannot put the set I to 0. Yes. Who have the idea?
What if you put the I less than 5 in the if statement?
If I less than 5, we cannot use the
like,
change. Change is not
wait.
repetition. Just now, remember, we put the I less than 5. Okay, but we put the change, it doesn't work. It doesn't run. See? because change cannot be used in if statement. Change only can be used in the looping statement. So the reason is they didn't repeat. Okay, they doesn't repeat it for 5 times. That is the reason. They're supposed to repeat the output. It's already stopped because we start with 0. The I equals to 0. Okay, so we set the I equals to 0 again. So it started with 0. Oh, sorry. Okay, then we started, okay, 0, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the I equals to 5. When I equals to 5, it stopped. Yes, it stopped. It's correct. But the things that they didn't repeat by themselves, like automatically, there's some things that here we must we make them repeat by themselves. For example, we say hello. Maybe we say hello, repeat 5 times. So we try again. Okay, then is it they repeat? Meow. That is the reason. That is what I mean. This repeat doesn't repeat for 5 times, but when we click the green flag click, it works without the set I to 0, because in Snap, in BYOB, in Scratch, the problem is when we put set, they think of like a reset. They think like a reset. So that is the problem. We can only put them like for a while, and we cannot use them for the long time, but it doesn't repeat. The issue right now, it doesn't repeat by themselves. But we already can see the output was 5 starting from 0. But we need to click the green flag, click by our own. But if let's say you put forever here, do you think it will work? You see, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will stop. Yeah, we need put forever, guys. Then we give the condition.
Miss, what if you change the 5 back to 0? What if you change the 5 back to 0?
If you change 5 back to 0 here, okay, we try. It will work. It will work. It will work. It will work. So this is how we do it. Either we use a forever. So Samuel, you are the one who asked me, right, just now? It's what right now. When you using a forever and then you put a repeat I less than 5, then it will repeat only 5 times because it starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's already 5 times. When I equals to 5, they will stop. They will not view anything. Okay. Okay, good, Zian. Good. I can see some of you are doing with me. Okay, like Ashfa. Okay. Okay. Like Zian. Okay. So actually, okay, the one that like Zian's, okay, it show like similar to the while statement where the less or equals. Okay, the less or equals. So if the I is less than 5 or equals to 5, they will repeat. We can say that it's similar to that. But we always put the initial value at the beginning, Zian. We didn't put the initial value at the end of our code. The initial value, usually, we always put at the beginning. So try to put at the beginning and see whether it will work or not. So Zian's, okay, Zian's code, it's more to like the while step, the comparison statement that we had in our other programming language where the less or equals. Okay, so it's working, so you guys can do multiple way, something like the one that I show you guys and the one that Zian show you guys. Ashfa is correct, just it's like this is a shortcut way. Okay, this is a shortcut way. So if let's say okay, this is a shortcut way. For example, okay, this is a shortcut way lah. Repeat until I equals to 5. So you also can use this, okay, but avoid it as in other programming language. Okay, is as in other programming language, we don't have this single equal sign for our condition, for the Boolean expression, the comparison. Usually the comparison must use the double equals, but okay, in BYOB, Snap and Scratch is a special case. You are allowed, but avoid to use it always, as we tend to make a mistake when we already use the languages. For example, right now, I'm teaching you the Snap, okay, or BYOB or Scratch. Later, when I teach C++, Java, I may do a mistake because we always do the things that we already familiarize. Just as that in your pseudocode, I notice as you're in pseudocode, lot of you using a Python pseudocode, which is you didn't learn Python in this module. But because you already learned Python previously in during your high school or maybe doing your ICGSE, something like that, okay, then you tend to follow what you have learned. Not you want to follow the new, okay, the new languages that you learn. So Ashfa can accept it, but we can avoid it. Okay, because we don't have the single equals in the comparison. Comparison for the Boolean expression, we use the double equals, so we can avoid this one. But it accepted. Okay, clear? Clear? Clear, guys?
Yeah, this is clear.
Okay, so from these 3 examples, you can see from me, from Zian, from Ashfa, one programming, repeat 5, meow, 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 can become a multiple different structure or a program code written by a different individual. That is what I mean when I say I can detect a cheating or a copy paste from your friend's answer. This is what I mean, because everyone have your own style of writing the program, of naming the variables. Even you get the same questions, you can see it can be a lot of different type of way to write the program. Like me, I'm using forever, repeat I less than 5, say meow, change I by 1. Okay, so it works. Ashfa using repeat until I equals to 5. Like Zian using the if statement and repeat until. Okay, so combination of the less than or equals. So if you guys try, okay, when I'm trying just now, if you guys try, all of you tries together with me, you will get a different answer, but it's working. That's why we say trying and error, iterating and incrementing, testing and debugging. When we test, it doesn't work, but actually it's work using the repeat, but it doesn't looping by themselves, doesn't looping automatically by themselves. Okay, so I hope you guys understand about the repetition statement. So is any questions in your repetition statement before we proceed to the next topic? Any questions?
No questions from me.
Okay, good, Samuel. Good. Okay, Samuel also try. Okay, good. No question, eh? So if no questions, let we proceed to the next topic. So it's about list. Okay. So variables allow us to store a single piece of data that can use in programming, like the value of I, the value of the numbers, the value of the data average, the value of the name, the value of the age. So only single pieces. But let's say you want to have a list of variables. So this variable have a multiple value. Okay, this variable have multiple value. So we use a list. Okay, we use a list. So a list is also known as an array in other programming language. A list like a container where you can store and access multiple values. Last week when we learned about lists, we create a list where we can get the value from the list to reuse again the value. So the figure given here is the list contain the days of the week. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So each of the list, okay, have their own index item numbers where it started with 1. The default value for the item index was 1, not 0. It started with 1. So if you have 7 days of the week, so you will have 7 items, okay, index item, or the length will be 7. Okay, so common function, okay, that we have, okay, in the list block. So first of all, we have the button make a list. This one is only for BYOB or Scratch. How about Snap? How you create the list for your Snap? How you create your list in your Snap? Guys, who want to answer? How you create your list in a Snap? How you create your
Can I
list in
share
a
the
Snap?
screenshot?
Set variable list, miss.
Create variable and make as a
List. Set
list.
as list.
Correct. Okay. So we create a variable first and then we make the variable as a list. That is in a Snap. Okay. That will be in a Snap. Okay. So here we go. The next part. Okay. In a list, we have the add function or add block, okay, where it will add a new item to the end of the list. Everyone know because we already tried. Remember last week we tried together? Or you forget already? Remember? We tried to get together or you already forget, guys? We add using the add command block or add function in a list. That means they will add at the end of the list. So you guys still remember? No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Afraid to say no, eh? Okay. Then we have delete. When we choose delete, we can choose the specific index item numbers. It's either one, any, or any means random, or you want to delete all, or you want to delete number 2. So you just change the value in this area of your list. Make sure to call your list. Make sure to call your list. And we also have the insert. Remember, we try to both add and insert, and we see that adds mean we add at the end of the list. But insert means we can insert the item in the specific index. Similar like delete, we can choose the index number. We can change the value here, the index number, or we can choose random, or we can choose last, okay, at the end. Okay, then replace. Replace means we want to replace the value in our list. Let's say we want to change the value, so we use replace. Okay, and then item means we can use to display, okay, what is the value in the specific index. We can use to display the value in the specific index. So we use item. Okay, length of the list, they will return the numbers of items that we had in the list. The numbers of items that we had in the list. So if we have hundreds items, so they will return hundreds. Okay, they will return hundreds. Okay, then they list content. So make sure you want to search. I want to search the value whether my list having a Sunday or not. Then you say they list content Sunday. So is it they have, does the list contain Sunday? Then they will return true. They will return true or false because that is a true and false condition. Okay. Okay. So next, add and delete. Okay. Everyone know what is the add and delete does. Okay. So add and delete. Okay, the add command places a new item at the end of the list, while the delete command remove an item from a specific position. Insert and replace. Okay, we use the replace command to change Kim's phone numbers. Okay, we change it. The Kim's 284-4333, we change to 284-9876. They will change. Okay, and insert means we want to insert. Okay. Pole position number 4, but we want to insert mark as a new item or a new value or new list data inside number 4. So pole will be pushed down to the 5th position. So mark will become 4, number 4, the 4th position. So that is insert and replace. Okay. Accessing the element. Okay, when we did the list, we always want to access the element in our list. Okay, you must see your elements to access the element of your, okay, your list. So how? For example, this program, okay, for example, this program, you set a variable post, the position, post is for the position, to 1. And then you say repeat 7, and then you say item post of day list. So we know the day list was this one: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, and then you change post by 1. You already know how it works. Okay, they will display all the days of the week one by one, starting with Sunday, and then Monday, and then Wednesday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, until the repeat is equal to 7. They will increment by 1. So you will view, or you get to display all the 7 days of the week. Okay, this is how we access the elements of the list. Okay, guys. Clear?
Yeah, clear. It's clear.
Clear. Okay, next. So dynamic lists. Okay, we also can create a dynamic list, guys. Doesn't mean that you must create the list with the accessing list only. You also can create the dynamic list. Okay, this dynamic list, okay, content like to make your list to become a powerful list. So we want a powerful list. So we want to create a dynamic list. So the dynamic list, to make sure that you can grow or you can shrink dynamically the list as the program is running. So you can ask the user, okay, how many, okay, lists of data that they want to enter. You can ask them. Okay, you can ask them, and then you can also ask the means you want to have like how many loops. So you can ask them, insert, okay, insert how many days, okay, you want to have. So you put 7, so they will repeat 7 only. So you want to have a user enter a special value to mark the end of the list, so it will stop. So your list will be only until 7s only. They will not going more than that. That's what we can do in our dynamic list. So this one is the sample of the dynamic list. The first one is you ask the user how many score you want to have. Let's say I enter 64. 64 How many students we have here in our class? 64 or 17? How many we have in our class? 64, correct? 64 guys, 64. Okay, so let's say I enter 64. So I will enter the score for 64 times. Then after that, they will stop and they will save all the score that I enter 64 times just now into the score list. This is dynamic list. We are the one who instruct the user to decide how many lists they want to have. We didn't give them, we didn't provide them like, oh, you must put only 5. No. We are not the one who make the list. Okay, we allow the user to make by themselves the list. Okay. Then we also can have the sentinel. Okay, so the sentinels mean you using a sentinel to control the list growth. So you ask the enter next score, means you use forever. You use forever. So the negative none when done. So if your answer is -1, they will stop. But as long as your answer is more than 1, means 0 and above, then they will keep repeatingly. That is, and they will keep insert the value inside the score list. That's what we call it. We use the sentinel. Okay, clear? Clear before I proceed to the next part?
Yeah, it's clear.
How about others?
Clear, miss.
Clear, eh? Okay, good, eh? So let's proceed. Okay, numerical list. We also can have a numerical list, guys. Okay, list of numbers appear in many practical applications. We can have a list of to test a score, to get a temperature measurement, to have the product price, okay, and many more. Okay, some procedure in numerical list that can be done in BYOB, in Scratch, or in a Snap, that we can finding a minimum and maximum value, and we can also find the average, okay, using the list. We can find the minimum and maximum, okay, value, and the average. Okay, so it's time for our exercise. Any questions?
Oh, no, no so far.
No? No.
No, not from me.
No, not from you. How about others? Hmm? Is there any question, guys? Huh? Any questions? No. No, okay. If no, we still have 1 hour left. Okay. So I will give you one more questions. Okay. I will give you one more questions regarding your exercise. So it will be in your meeting chat. I will just giving you in a meeting chat the questions. So here we go, the questions. So it's clear, eh? I hope you guys can you guys take a note while I'm explaining just now. Okay. So here we go, guys. Okay. Here we go. So this is a question, okay, for you guys to try. As this is the formatting. The formatting where you will have 2 parts. Okay, you will have 2 parts. Where is the question just now? So you will have two parts. One is the part A, the application. The application you use a snap, okay, where you use a snap. And then you will have a part B, the write up part. So the part A will given all the necessary, not all necessary lah, because you need to add something following the marking criteria from the given assessment brief previously in your individual project brief. Okay, so you need to follow the criteria given. So based on these situations, okay, the problem breakdown, okay, you need to write a program to calculate the BMI of user based on their weight and height. So formula was given. If you put wrongly in the problem analysis, I don't know what to say. Okay, formula was given, and then follow the breakdown, the program breakdown. And for the part B, is similar as what you did in your tutorial class, which is you need to perform a problem analysis from the part A questions and write a pseudocode for the part A questions. So any additional features that you add while you are writing the application, you don't have to put in your pseudocode, because the thing is the pseudocode must be from these questions, not from your Snap application. So, any question regarding the questions? Any questions, guys?
No, no
Just-
questions for me.
I want to ask, just to clarify. So
Okay,
pseudocode.
can.
So pseudocode is just following totally based on question, but in
Yes.
Snap you have to add additional stuff to make sure that all the input is available. So only those is in Snap, right?
Yes, the pseudocode is only from the questions. Anything that you add later on in your application, you don't have to insert into your pseudocode. As if you look at your questions, if you look at your criteria, you do have the additional features. Okay, you do have to insert the things to make it works. So if you look at your criteria again, you go back to your project questions. I think you guys didn't open. Let me open for you the project questions. I will not giving you the times to finish, because this one you can do it at your home. Okay, you can do it at your home, but I want you to go through your criteria. Okay, here is your criteria. So users of sprite, create your own sprite or edited sprite costumes. Means, okay, you use any other sprite, okay, or you can create your own, you can draw by your own. Use of operator, of course you will use an operator. You will use a Boolean operator, you use the equals sign operator. So you already done use the operators. Okay, user input, yes, of course you will use the user input, but is your user input is responding to the program or not? Because there is a time where, okay, where the student have the user input, which is okay, good, but when we enter the value, doesn't work, doesn't respond. So this criteria is the distinction. Distinction means almost correct. Okay, so if you something like that, it will go to the different level, because the program doesn't respond to the user input. The motion of the sprite, is it your sprite moving or just static? Okay, the use of variables, meaningful names, as I mentioned, do not just use A, B, C, X, Y, Z if you didn't have like initialize them correctly, or meaningful name, and is it your variables used or not? Sometimes students just create a variable but never use. Of course, even you will the variable was created, we have a level where variables were created but never used. So it will go to the different level. That time, if you want to argue, cannot argue anymore because you didn't follow. That's why I keep asking the student to read the marking criteria, because lecturer didn't give the marking criteria for fun, guys. This marking criteria for you guys to be alert. What you will be examined, okay, evaluate for the module. So please, okay, use of complex list data structure, the list. So is it your list will define and use appropriately or not? How you enter the value? So if in your questions today, you will ask a name, age, height, and weight. Add all data into list name. Most of you will put in the list like what? Item number 1, name. Item number 2, age. Item number 3, height. Item number 4, weight. Item number 5, BMI. I'm asking you, in your database, did your data, raw data, is something like that? No, number 1 is different person. Number 2 is different person. Number 3 is different person. So that is the mean that your list will define and use appropriately. There is the level where list will define, but it doesn't appropriate. Didn't use appropriately. So use of loops, use of complex loops. Complex loop means it including the repeat untils and loops that involving variables. Even you use repeat, but if you use variables, it will be accepted. But if you use just repeat 4, repeat 1, repeat 2 forever, then go to the next level. Okay, below level. Same as conditional. Uses of nested conditional. Or, when we say or, means either one. Okay, or conditional involves variable. So nested conditional means inside if you have another if. Okay, if you have another if inside if. So it will be distinction. So read carefully, guys, the marking criteria. So when I say pseudocode is based on the question given, don't worry. Don't worry, because when you add things like you add sound, okay, it will go to your additional features. The function added is working or not? It will go to your creativity. And your pseudocode will be checked. Based on the question, is your pseudocode is clear, understandable, readable, and organized? Because sometimes some students, they will just simply randomly put the pseudocode in what they want. In their own way lah. And is the pseudocode can be easily converted into the program. So this pseudocode can be easily converted into a program. I give you example from our exercise from our tutorial class this week. I will give you example. Let's we check. But before that, I will show you what we mean by the pseudocode is clear and readable. Okay. So here we go. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry about this question. This question you can take home. You can do. And if you want me to check, you can always drop in my meeting chat. Okay? Don't worry. Oh, before I forget, okay? We proceed first lah. Then after that, we will discuss about the our lab test day. Okay. So this is what we mean that the pseudocode is organized. So read the question. The question is asked the 3 different users. So we start with the grade the user, say hello, ask mark 1, ask mark 2, ask mark 3 is for different form user. Okay. Then we have the if statement. So it's from if statement. and then we add to this list, then we have the add list, and it's organized. There is some student, okay, suddenly add list at the beginning here, okay, like this, they put the add list here, but the different, it's totally different, okay, but in their program, their add is below here, so it's unorganized, it's already unorganized, we're not following the questions, and then when we want to convert, it cannot be converted. Okay, so make sure when we wrote the pseudocode that can easily can be understand and organized, and it can be converted into a program. So I give you one example, this one. Yes?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ma'am, can you convert this into a program? If you don't mind, we will have example, clear example.
I already give you the example in the meeting chat.
I know, ma'am, but if you convert this into a program, so we will have a more clear picture.
No. I give you the exercise questions. I will not give you any program show how it's work. No, I will give you the exercise. Guys, you must do by yourself first the exercise. You must do the practice. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm not the type who will spoon feed my students. I'm really sorry. I give you a questions, you do the questions, you do the exercise, you do the practice. I will not giving you, I already give you the sample format. What sample more you want? The basic one here is you need to know how to write the problem solving, how to write the application using Snap. That is what you have learned since week 1 until week 5, how to write a program using Snap. And then today you have an exercise on how to solve the problem solving. And I also already uploaded the questions, okay, that following the formatting, the lab test formatting. What
I
else
know,
you
ma'am,
need?
but I know, ma'am, I know, but we are doing for the first time, so we are. So if you help our more bit, so we can easily do it. This is for our first time.
I will give you more questions. I will give you more questions. I will give you another one questions. But it's not about questions that I give for exercise. I know what you mean. You want the question that almost similar to the lab test that you won't get.
Excuse me, miss.
That is a rules. That is a rules. That is a rules. We can only give you a practice questions. I have given you the practice questions. You do the practice questions. You do the practice questions. The question, of course, will not be similar, but the formatting is similar. When we say a programming, it's just like mathematics. You didn't know what type of question you will get. You need to be prepared that you know how to use the command block that you have learned from week 1 until week 5. That
Excuse
is
me, miss.
us ready.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes, Ilala?
Miss, I don't think that Saad means that he need the exam question, but I think that what he meant is like at least miss try to solve a whole question, like writing the script, like writing the pseudocode and all of this thing. So a whole questions, you know, and then after that, maybe like this way, we can understand more by this way.
Yeah. I give exercise question, you did. Then after that, if I mentioned, right, once you have done, you want me to check, I will check.
But miss, it's not like this. It's not about checking or not, but it's about like, you do the question, like you give us a whole question, okay? You solve it yourselves, and then we, after you solve this question, we can solve more questions, but after you. Do you get it, me, miss?
I get it. That's mean I'm not teaching student, I'm teaching myself. Guys, practice question means practice. You are the one who need to practice. Not I'm the one who show you how to do the practice. I already give you, you try, you do, and then you submit to me, and then I will check. That is a practice. If I give you the answer, then that is not practice. Right now, I want to show you from the tutorial that we have done in this week, okay, how you convert the pseudocode into a program. What is the meaning of the pseudocode can be converting into a program? But if I give you a questions, then I'm the one who show you how to do it. Then that is not your practice. That is my practice. I have mentioned programming is like mathematics. I already showed you the basic one. The use of commands, the use of the block, how to use them, how to insert them. Whenever you get the questions, you need to solve it. Every time during the tutorial class, I already show you one by one. When we say exercise, practice, student need to do it. Lecturer will discuss the answer, not show beforehand. If the lecturer show the answer beforehand, that is not practice. That will be not a practice. That will be a normal tutorial. Then until the day of the lab test, you didn't know how to do it. Because why? You never practice. Why? Because whenever I give you a question, you ask me to show you first. And then show you first. Show you first. You need to practice first, guys. You are the one who need to do the practice. Do the exercise. If you forget, okay, if you forget or if you didn't read it carefully, lab test 1. Have a better understanding of the lecture and lab tutorials from week 1 to 5. Student will be tested via lab test 1 for 2 questions, write up and applications. So you will have two parts, the application and the write up. This is to show your effort in the lab session. You should be able to show a completed application, okay, during the lab test. Whatever you have learned, Okay, you have learned how to use the motion. Okay, you have learned how to use motion. You have learned how to use looks. You have learned how to use sound. You have learned how to use control. So the event controller, okay, you have learned how to use the repetition statement, and you have learned how to use the condition statement. So you have also have learned how to use the input, okay, asking and answer or touching, okay, and then you also have learned how to use the operator, the arithmetic operator. Okay, we have the arithmetic operator, and we do have the less or equals or greater than. Okay, then we also already know about the round to make it into a round numbers. We also have learned about the variable and the list. So based on what you have learned, when you are given a questions, you implement what you have learned into the questions. So I will show you what it's meaning by the pseudocode can be converted into a program. Okay, so let's we go to the new one. Okay, so I will show you using this pseudocode. So using this pseudocode, I will show you. Okay, so using this pseudocode, I will show you how we convert what we mean by the pseudocode can be converted into a program. So it's up to you to use when a green flag click, or when the space key press, or the when I'm click. So it's up to you which one you want to use. So if you choose when the space key press, okay, and then the first one you greet the user, say hello, and then you ask the marks. So asking a marks, so you can say enter first mark. Okay, entering the first mark, we know is a variable, so you need to create a variable mark 1. Okay, so you can create all the variables mark 2 and mark 3. Okay, then we set the mark 1 into answer. Then you ask another mark, so you ask to enter second mark. Okay, and then you set the mark 2 to answer. This is what we use the variable. We use the variable. Okay, and then we have the ask mark 3. So you ask the last mark. Okay, enter third mark. Okay, and then we set the mark 3 into the answer. Okay, this is what we do. Then we use if. Then we have the if statement. If mark 2 greater than mark 1 and mark 2 greater than mark 3, it will say second mark is the highest score. So we go to the if statement. So we have the if else if, so we use the if else if. So we have the greater and, so we use and. Okay, we have greater and then we have greater. So when we say we create a variable, right now we create a variable, okay? Whether we use it or not, here. Sometimes students didn't use, they use answer from here, which is wrong, which is wrong. They can be confused. It can be confused for them because we have 3 different answers. So if mark 1 and mark 2 greater than mark 1 and mark 2 greater than mark 3, See, I need to make it bigger. Okay, if Mark 2 greater than Mark 3, okay, and then they will say, okay, second Mark is the highest score. Okay, then you have the else if. Okay, the else if. So you go to control. That's why pseudocode is very important. That's why pseudocode is very important. Because from the pseudocode, at least the basic thing you already done. The additional features like sound or whatever you didn't add, it's up to you. But at least the basic function to make your program works, you already done. Okay, so the second one is Mark 3 greater than Mark 1 and Mark 3 greater than Mark 2. So you will bring. This is what we call you use the variable. Okay. So then you say third mark is the highest score. And then else first mark is the highest follow the question exactly, guys. We follow the question exactly. So what else after that? Add the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 to the highest score. Okay, so we must set the highest score lah. So that means you have a variable highest score. Okay. Okay. So I will set highest score to Mark 2. Okay. And then we will have another one. I will set highest score to Mark 3. Okay. And then we have another one. I will set the highest score to Mark 1. How about your list? You will create a list. Okay. Different, it's different. So this setting I will set outside because I want to create a list. Set highest score to a list. Okay. And okay, this is our list. Okay. And then we add. They say we add the list. Okay, where is the add? So add. We combine all the data. So I will add. Okay. Join. I will have a join. Okay, because they say add all. Okay, add all to the list name. So add Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 and highest score. So I will have it at, okay, Mark 1. You can have more than that. You can have multiple join. Okay, you can have multiple join. You can have comma. Okay, you can have comma. Then Mark 2. Okay, then comma. Then we'll have Mark 3. Then okay, then Mark 3. Then I will have a dash. Okay, I will have a dash. Okay, and then I will say I will have okay, highest score, and then I will have a text. Okay, is the highest score. Okay, so to make sure you remember your list name. So to the highest score. So when you run the program, okay, this one is exactly directly from the pseudocode. We didn't do any additional things. So when you run, you say hello, enter your first mark, you enter 89, second mark 76, and third mark is 56. So first mark is the highest score. The highest score will be 89. So if you look here, correct guys? Is it correct? Is it 89 is the highest score? Is it correct?
Yeah.
So it's working exactly, guys. When you vote, that's why I asked you to do the problem solving, because when you do the problem solving, it's easily for you. This one, you already complete the basic from the questions. You already complete the basic requirement from the question. So if let's say you change the costume, this will be your new another additional things that you need to do in your, okay. So let's say you choose ABB, okay, import. So this is your Spark, the one that inside your criteria here. Okay, so you already add the edited Spark costume. Because you say O means either one. You can create your own, or you can edit the Spark costumes, or you can change. Okay, you can change the Spark costume. So the motion of the Spark, you can make them move coming from the, where is my, okay, snap. So you can make them move. So for example, you make it the beginning, okay, go to. This will be your features if they not include in your question. If they include in the question, you need to think other things, okay, other ways, okay. So you have this, you say that go to -247, and then it's and then y is -47. So let's we see where actually we go. Here we go. Okay, correct. Okay, so correct. So go to, and then you can have glide. So they will stop. We stop first, See the motion, the movement. This is if you don't have the motion, but in question 1 you have the motion, right? In your question 1 here, you have the question that the instruction about the motion, so you must follow the motion here. So you can add on more. That's why I say it's a problem solving is important. When you did the problem solving, you can easily convert the program or the pseudocode into a program. Even though I didn't convert the pseudocode into a program, when I read the pseudocode, I can see that the pseudocode can be converted. When we read the pseudocode, because pseudocode is the combination of the human languages and the programming languages. So when we read the pseudocode, we can see, oh, it's working. But when we read the pseudocode, we know that it's not working, maybe because of the condition, because of the process, the statement. So careful, be careful, be careful. You can make your program more interesting, like you add another costume. You change the costume. You have learned how to change the costume, guys. So add. So the first thing is, okay, the first one they give here. So right after here, they will go glide and then switch to costume ABC. 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 Okay. So they will go to the ABC. So when you stop, you play again. Different sprite. It become interactive. Your program. So clear now. The first thing you need to try by yourself. That's why I say, okay? From the given questions, set a timer whether you can complete it in 1 hour and a half or not. If cannot, you need to practice more. Practice many times until you can finish in 1 hour and a half before the lab test date. That is your task to practice by the given time. Whenever you have the problem analysis, you have done the problem analysis, you identify the input, output, and process, and then you go to your pseudocode. When you convert it, actually it can be done less than 1 hour. Like today, I done it in like less than 1 hour. Then we can proceed to the adding to make it more interactive, more fun, more interesting to our program. This is the thing that you have learned. If, else if, this is the thing what you have learned. Ask. I never ask you to do other than what you have learned. Some student will add delete. Okay, delete function using insert, up to you. Okay, doesn't mean in the question say add, you must use add. No, you can also use insert. So it's up to you. That is your program that time. Your program, it can be in other different way. So clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear, miss.
Clear, miss.
Yes.
Ma'am, for question 1 and question 2, we have to write the problem analysis and we have to convert it into a program, right?
Yes. You need to do the
Okay, ma'am,
problem
thank you.
analysis and write the pseudocode, and you need to write the program, the application. Yes, correct.
Ma'am, you just assume a question wrong. We doesn't mean to say that thing. You assume us wrong that you are not teaching well.
I'm not teaching.
No, ma'am. I'm saying that you get a question wrong. Me and Alam just was saying to you that you understood the question wrong.
So what you mean? What do you mean?
Now you get the question, ma'am. Now you get the question, ma'am. Thank you. Now you get my question, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Miss, I think what he meant to say was that you misunderstood the question earlier, but then now you understood it. Is that what you're trying to say, Saad?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay. But the one that I show you is because you can't wait. Okay, what I want to show you. Okay, and actually, actually, I already explained. Okay, I admit if I'm wrongly. Okay, get your questions, but when I share with you the answer here, it's similar to what I interpret just now, but it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Because the last is you want me to show you, okay, on how to do it. Okay, at the end, the answer is you want me to show you how to do it. Okay, I already show you guys. So I show you, my way is I'm not showing you before you do it. I will show you after you already done with the questions. That is my, okay, that's my way. Okay, I'm sorry if you guys don't like it. I'm very sorry, but that is my way. I will teach and discuss the answer when my student already done practice, try by themselves. I will not showing while okay, this is a question, okay, let's we do it together. No, that will be during the tutorial class. But when we do the exercise, I want you guys to practice first, then this is how I will show you. I will discuss the answer with you. But of course, during the lab test, I will not discuss the answer. During the lab test, I will not discuss the answer. So that is what I want to show you. Okay, the things is how you want to learn. How you want to learn. It's not that something that you guys, okay, waiting for the lecturer to give everything. No, that the things is you also need to learn. Because I already clearly mentioned, because we have a tutorial, okay, that I will show you guys how to convert the pseudocode into the program. So I already clearly informed. I will not leave my student behind, but of course, I will teach you guys after you're done with the questions. You can ask, you can ask your friends who always send me their work. I will reply. I will reply and mention what they can improve. Okay, the feedback, what they can improve. So practice first, try first. My way, I'm okay if you make a mistake during the practice because it's a practice. Don't worry if you submit a wrong answer because I will reply and say what is wrong. But at least you try first. When you try, when I mention where, okay, I give a feedback, where is the wrong part, okay, what you did wrong, usually students will know what their mistake. That is a good sign. Programming, you must know how to become a compiler by yourself. Not waiting other people to correct your work. We as a programmer need to know how to compile our program. Whenever we have an error, just now you see, I have an error, okay? I make a mistake when giving the example during the lecture. I don't feel shame. Okay, I don't feel ashamed like getting an error. No, that is normal, getting an error. That's why we try. Okay, let's say we add here, we add one more block. What happened? That is why some of you try, like Ashfa, Zian, Samuel, you try together with me. I'm very happy because you try. You are with me correcting the error. So I know, okay, I know that you learned something. You will get more errors, guys, while you are creating your individual project. That time, I'm not the one who will correcting your error. Why? Because if I correcting your error, how about the marks? Because that is your task. You will be evaluate to get you will be graded, okay, by that assessment. If I already give you the correct answer, then that will not be a task. That will be a normal tutorial class. So that's why I give you a lot of, okay, during the class, sometimes we have the exercise questions, okay, I give you example and then I ask you to do that, okay, one questions, okay, give you, so that is a practice. practice so you can familiarize with the block, with the function, okay, with the features that we have in the snap. Clear? Clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. One more last thing, last one, last one. The second questions, okay. Second questions. I give you, so all, you guys can, if you want to screenshot, you can screenshot, okay, the answer. I give you the question number 1 first. If you want to screenshot, you guys can screenshot. If you want to screenshot, you guys can screenshot. Done. Screenshot the question number 1. Number 1.
Just wait, just wait. Yeah, done.
Okay. Then question number 2, wait. Okay, question number 3 answer. You can compare your answer with me, your answer with me, don't worry. You try, don't say that your pseudocode is wrong, Try to convert your pseudocode as like what I taught you guys, okay, how to convert the pseudocode into the program. Try to convert yours. If yours can be converted and your program is running, that means your pseudocode is correct. Clear? Clear? Clear, guys?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So number 4, the last one. Okay, you can screenshot. Okay. At least when you get another question after this, okay, I will upload in the lecture, okay, in the general channel. So you will know, how to write the problem analysis, how to do the pseudocode, so you will know. Okay, so let's go. Done, So we go to the question number 2. So question number 2, I will insert the table. Okay, let's go. Okay, problem analysis. So, input. Read the question. Get the input age from user. Then the program will check the user's age and display qualified if the user's age is greater than 21, and otherwise will display please try again later. So input, what is the input? What is the input?
Age.
Age, okay? The input was age. Okay, process. Process. Process, what is the process?
If age is greater than 21.
It's not a process, So if you want to have age greater than 21, that's all. That is the process. Then we don't have any other else.
Okay.
Okay. If is not a process, if is the condition statement, So do not mistaken, guys. As you also cannot have to write the if the process you don't want to put the age greater than 21 also can. It's not compulsory. Because we are following the normal programming language, we don't have this. But in the computational thinking, it's excuses, we can have it, because we know that BYOB or computational thinking have a lot of things that they allow when we do it. That's why they say it can be learned by everyone, because something that you cannot do in the programming language, you can do in this computational thinking. Okay, done. Output, what is the output?
Qualified.
Qualified, only that?
Please try again later.
Please try again later. Okay. Why I say this one is the easiest one? It's straightforward. Okay, this question is just straightforward. So when you do the pseudocode, Okay, when you do the pseudocode, so you have a start. So you ask the user. You can use the keyword ask, you can use keyword read, or you can use keyword input. So up to you. So if you want to use read age, can. So if you don't want to put set age to the answer, also can, because what I mentioned, what I inform you guys, read, the keyword read, ask and input already represent everything. We know that you will include, okay, you will include all the or store the value, okay, from the user value. Okay, so let's we go here next. Okay, read age, and then we say if age greater than 21, okay, we say qualified, and then else, okay, because it's a else, okay, else say please try and that's all. Did we miss anything? Did we miss anything, guys?
No.
No. So when you want to convert them into a program, you guys copy this. Should I copy this one? You can watch the recording again, right? Okay, so okay, I will just simply do the program. So we have the age. Okay, so I will have a control. I say when a green flag click. So I will ask enter your age. Enter your age, then I will set the age into the answer. Then we will check. So we will have the if else statement. So we will check if age greater than 21. Then 201. Okay, and then say otherwise. Please try again later. So I'm asking you, similar or not to your pseudocode? Similar or not to your pseudocode? Similar or not?
It's similar, yeah.
Similar.
It's the exact same actually.
Exactly the same, right? Okay, when you write, enter your age. I enter my age 38. Qualified. So if I enter my niece age is 2 years old. Please try again later. So if you want to add additional things, you add. You add now. Because you already done. You already done the analysis, you done the pseudocode, you convert them into a program. That will be exactly will work. Okay. Good question somewhere. Okay. So, as I mentioned in the variable chapter, in BYOB, in Snap or Scratch, they accept. It's acceptable to have the spacing and the capitalization. Okay, it's acceptable. But avoid to always use it. Avoid to always use it. Why? Because we always will do what we usually do. When we already always practice writing using the computational thinking like BYOB, Snap or Scratch, we afraid that when we go to the next level, okay, when we learn Python, when we learn Java, C++, during the degrees, okay, we bring what we have learned during the Snap into that language, and it will give you a lot of errors because in that other programming language, spacing and capitalization is very serious matter. So in BYOB or in Snap or in Scratch for now, it's acceptable. You can use. Clear? Clear somewhere? Clear? Okay. Other question, guys? Is there any question?
I don't have a question.
You don't have the question. Other students, Saad? I'm very worried. So Saad, do you have any questions? Saad, do you have any questions? Okay, good. Thank God you now are clearly with the explanation. Okay, very good. Ilalam, do you have any questions?
No, miss. All clear now.
No. Everything good. Other student? Everything good, guys? Or you guys already started doing the SSR given? Make sure to be alert when I'm tagging you guys with the new questions. Make sure to be alert that I will give you the question, another questions. A lot of questions. I will give you 2 more questions. You can try do it, okay? But one thing, guys. I have a questions. I have not a questions. I want your okay, you guys, your agreement lah, okay? Whether you agree with the date and time. Okay, everyone knows 16th of September is a public holiday, which is a Malaysian day. So, I would like to have our lab test on 15th of September. Clear enough, everyone. Very good. Okay, 15th of September. Wait, I will word in the meeting chat. Okay. Okay. I already checked your timetable. This is the only time. Okay. All of you free. Because when I'm free enough, but you guys not free. Some of you, some group having a class every day, some group don't have a class, but some group having a class. So I already look into it. Okay, here we go. If you agree, okay, please okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. If you agree, I want you to give me, okay, the like reaction in the meeting chat. Okay, guys, look at the meeting chat right now. Lab test 1 proposed date and time. Date it was 15 September 2021, Wednesday, time 10:30 to 12:30. So I will base on majority. So we have 63 students. Okay, if the majority say agree, then I will invite you guys into the date and time in the channel. So make sure, guys, make sure you be alert with the invitation. Oh, okay, okay. I can see most of you agree, eh? Thank you very much. Thank you for your response, guys. Thank you. Good. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I will invite you guys now, eh? I will invite you guys. Okay. In this channel, okay, your lecture channel, I will invite you next week on Wednesday. Okay, of course lah, tomorrow I will invite you. So make sure you alert with my invitation. Please be alert with my invitation. You can check inside your calendar, Teams calendar, or from your email. The invitation will go to your APU email or your Teams calendar. So be alert. Okay, so to make sure, just prepare earlier. So if you cannot find the link, then we can give you the link. So make sure to be ready. Okay. 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 So last one before we end our class. How to submit during your lab test. Okay. So during your lab test, you will submit by sharing the link, the snap link. And for the write-up, the part B, you will submit using your Microsoft Word. You must upload using Microsoft Word. Only Snap, you just give the link because we can open directly, okay, from the link. Make sure you don't close the link, even you already done, do not close the link. Even you already finished the semester, do not close the link. As after, okay, before you get your final result, you will be moderated by the second examiner. So please make sure guys, do not close the sharing link. Because I understand sometimes you already give me, then you close the link, then I cannot open. So don't, please, please, guys, don't.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Ma'am, on test day we have two questions, so we have to send two links or only one link through Snap.
One link only for the application.
So we have to do the two programming in one Snap.
Why you need to do two programming? You will have only one question.
Only one question.
Yeah. It's similar like you will only have only one question. One question, two parts. It's similar as this. Part A is the application. Part B is the write-up. Write-up is the pseudocode and problem analysis. The application is the snap one that you need to share the link.
Miss?
Clear, Saad?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Heidi, personal. Heidi, DM me personal. Okay? Heidi, yes, Ashfa.
Okay, Miss. When I send you the link, I should not close the Snap link, should I? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The snap link. Share with me the snap link. Remember when you did your snap tutorial, you share with me your work, remember? Did you guys still remember? That how, okay, the link that you do. Something like this, I show you. I easily forget lah, you guys. I think you need to eat a lot of resin. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So let's say I log in. Okay. Because we need to log in, right? To save the file. Okay. Into the cloud. Okay, so I log in, then I save. Okay, I save it. So I save the project. So I say this is question 2. Okay, practice. Something like this, and then I save. So we save. Then you must log in into your account here. Okay. Okay, you must log in into your account here. So you will see your projects. So you will find this is practice. So share, copy the link, share. So copy the link, copy this link, and then you will paste in the appropriate place that will be given into the inside Moodles. You will do inside Moodles. So you will just copy and paste in the appropriate way. So something like this. Okay, this is a student who have a mistake, so need to redo. Okay, something like, okay, here. Okay, here. I give you here. Okay, I don't have to worry because the question will not be similar. So I give you one example. I give you one example from one student. Okay. Student that something like, okay, so you will given like this, okay, 2 parts of questions. So for the question 1, last time they learn Scratch, Scratch or BYOB. I didn't use Snap yet. So you can share, copy the link inside this area.
Okay, I get that. But earlier you were telling us to not close a link when I shared it with you. What was that about?
Oh, this one, when you already share like this, then suddenly you unshare.
Okay.
So the link remain inside here, but I cannot open lah. And the moderator also cannot open. So do not unshare.
Okay, got it.
Because it become private again to your side. Then I cannot open. Okay, just leave it. Once you already submit, just leave it.
Alright, got it.
Okay, do not unshare. Okay, clear guys? Is everything clear now?
Yeah, clear.
Clear. I already signed your attendance.
Clear.
Clear, good. Okay. So Saad, you say you have a vaccination appointment. What time?
Ma'am, same time.
You are in Malaysia or in your country?
In my country.
Your country, 10:30. Your country is, where is your country?
Ma'am, Karachi, Pakistan, it's 3 hours behind, so 7:30 a.m.
Oh, 7:30. So you have a vaccine at 7:30? No, right?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have a vaccine at early 7:30 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long you think you will get the vaccine? Is it too long?
It's far from my place.
Very far from your place. You need to show me your vaccine date and time, so I check, okay, whether correct or not. Okay, the time. I cannot simply, otherwise, you will need to do a
But
different
ma'am, I can
class.
request them. But ma'am, I can request them to change my date because I can tell them my test is going on, so I can just change my date by telling them.
You ask first. You ask the vaccine first, because
I can request.
Otherwise, you will do it alone in at a different time. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, I will request and let you know in tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other question before we finish? our class? Before we end our class, is there any question? Anything?
No questions, miss.
No questions. Okay. If no questions, okay. I'm the one who want to talk. Okay. Sorry, Saad, if I mistakenly about your question just now. I'm very sorry, and I hope my explanation is clear now for you. And for Ilalam, thank you, and Ashfa. Okay, so that's all for today. I will stop the recording. And